Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast. Now, this episode here is going to be covering a very important situation out of Houston, Texas. Now, this is Turkey Leg Hut. So, if you've ever lived in Houston or been in Houston, you've been on social media, you see how viral this place is. It's a black-owned business. They do turkey legs. They have a lot of other different things as well in entertainment. Very well-known black-owned spot. So, let me just say this. This isn't to slander this place. This isn't to target the owners. I understand that there has been a lot of different things going on with them, from their divorce, lawsuits, city complaints, things of that nature, right? This has just been brought to my attention to bring awareness in regards to a situation that has transpired with them. There has been employees, previous and current, that have not received pay, some 1 month, some 2 months, and some have been experiencing it for a long time, right? There has been actual statements in a group chat stating that they will be getting paid. They've been following up with these statements for months. Now, I'm not just talking just to be talking. I'm going to be providing you all with screenshots to let you know exactly what's going on. I will not be releasing any of the people that spoke about the situation. If you understand of how business works, with them working for the Turkey Leg Hut, the people that were employed were forced to sign an NDA. So that's a non-disclosure agreement for people who aren't aware of. So yeah, so with the non-disclosure agreement, they weren't able to. So I won't be putting them out. I just think that this is a very disheartening situation because I lived in the area, Houston, 5-6 years ago when I moved there. This is one of the first spots that I had actually seen and was like, man, I have to go to that spot. And it did not disappoint, but this was back in 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. Dope spot, dope vibe, good food, right? Now it leads to where we are now. A lot of people upset that they haven't received any pay. With the situation going on with that, they were promised that they were getting it. People have lost their apartments, homes, cars have been repossessed, things of that nature, right? And so, having an insight, I spoke with a few people and I'm just like, how would you like for this story to be put out? What is the ultimate cause is that we want one to be compensated, but we also want the world to know of how supporting this company, regardless if it's black owned or not, of what they're actually doing is because there's not a time when you really couldn't see that Turkey Leg Hut line is not wrapped around the building if you go during the busy times. Their food trucks do really well. Based off of how it looks, the owners are doing pretty well for themselves, right? I said, true enough. That's a good point. Keep in mind, one of the owners hangs with celebrities, is in the spotlight, went to a car show with Rick Ross, had about over 30 plus cars that were took down there. Now, speaking with the previous employee, they said that was the most distasteful thing that they could think of that could happen during this time, especially when they could go to group chats and also see that when they have taken these checks to local banks, they have been bouncing, not going through. They were even advised to go to Chase Bank and deposit it. And guess what? Same result. They were bouncing because there wasn't any funds in the account. Now, with that being said, you're getting people that are used as HR representatives, people that you would speak to and saying, hey, you'll receive your check this day, you can pick this up. We'll be changing the pay date to X, Y, and Z. And again, like I said, I'll be showing you, as you're probably looking at the video now, these screenshots of what's actually going on. Nothing happened. So now we're here, and this has been going on, like I said, for some people, a month, 2 months. Now, I will say this happens a lot. This happens often. I've seen comments online that was like, black people are black people's own worst enemies, right? Now, I'm just going to call a spade a spade. If anyone was in this predicament and trusted anybody with outside resources that could get it out there, I would hope that they would trust those people and get it to them regardless of what the ethnicity of the owners were. But now, with this being a black-owned business, to me, I feel that we should hold them to a higher standard so they are able to bring in and generate business from everywhere. Now, with this being said, as we speak right now, from what I've heard and from reports, is that a lot of people have been terminated. Even one of the previous owners have been terminated effective immediately, and they're not able to come on the premises for anything, and their final checks and wages will be either direct deposit to them or mailed to them, right? That still brings up a lot of concerns. It's because if one of the owners is now no longer employed, and you can do your research, what is the owner doing now? Is this to cover themselves, or is this the first step in actually making sure that you ensure that everyone that has been waiting on a check for 2 weeks, a month and a half, 2 months is actually going to get their correct pay? Making a big statement by firing everybody that was handling the issues may either be you trying to take it in the right direction, and now you have legal people that have been put into place to correct said issues, or this was clearly just an attempt to save space because you knew for a fact that this was blowing over and it was about to go viral. From my understanding is that this could potentially be picked up by the news outlet. This depends on who decides to speak, and I don't know how they can do it, because from my understanding that they're not allowed to because they signed an NDA to work with Turkey Leg Hut. So I would say this, unfortunate circumstances, I would like to see exactly how it turns out. But again, I do hope that those people that were drastically impacted by losing homes, apartments, and cars are able to truthfully get the money that they're owed and some, due to just the hardship that was created by such a hostile environment. And some of the messages you're going to be able to see or may have already been able to understand it by now. But regardless of what's going on, black, white, Puerto Rican, or Asian, this is no way that anybody should ever conduct business in this way. My thoughts goes out to the people that were severely impacted, truthfully. And I hope that this is an example that when you have gotten to the point to where in other people's eyes, there's no way in the world that this could ever mess up. And I'm people because I thought to myself, Turkey Leg Hut is going to be around forever. I've told people when they came to Houston, go check this place out. But unbeknownst to me of what the actual employers were actually going through. So this is just a message to anybody that wants to support them. This isn't a direct attack on the owners. This is a direct attack on the business, and we should operate in a better form, especially treating our people with the most respect, because what we love to say is that other establishments, other ethnicities don't do it, but who holds us accountable when we do it amongst each other? So you all let me know what's your thoughts on this. Please share this video, as the people that trusted me with this information wanted me to do. Share the video, get it out to somebody. If you know somebody that can help in regards to the situation, please do that as well. As always, long live CC. I'm out.